Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today's lesson is over, solving multi-step inequalities with variables on both sides. These problems are very similar to solving multi-step equations with variables on both sides. All of the process is exactly the same, it's just the symbol that's different. So in our first example here, we always want to follow the first two steps, distribute and combine like terms. On the left-hand side here, there's no distribution, but I do need to combine like terms. I have my x's in common here. 2x plus 4x, combine them, I get 6x. Bring down my minus 3, bring down my inequality symbol. On the right-hand side, I have distribution that I can do. So I'm going to distribute this 3. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. Now that I have all the distribution, all the combining out of the way, I want to get all of the x's to one side. So I'm going to move the x's from the right-hand side over to the left. This is a positive 3x, so I need to subtract 3x. Notice how I'm subtracting the 3x from the 6x because those are like terms. So then actually subtract. 6x minus 3x is 3x. Bring down my negative 3. Bring down my inequality symbol. Since I did not divide or multiply by a negative number, I keep this symbol the same. These are going to zero out. Bring down my 9. And then just solve this two-step inequality. So I'm going to add 3, trying to get x by itself here. When I add 3, my 3's are going to zero out on the left. Again, bring down your inequality symbol, that less than sign. It doesn't change because I only added. And then add 9 plus 3 is 12. Final step is to divide. I'm dividing by a positive number. So when I get my answer, those one out. When I get my answer, I keep the symbol the same. So it's still going to be less than and then 4. That would be my answer. Okay. If we wanted to graph this answer on a number line, I would draw my number line. Just do a couple values there on the number line. If x is less than 4, that means it cannot be 4. So we're going to do an open circle on 4. X is all the numbers less than 4, which means I'm going to go to the left here. And so that would be my answer when I graph it. My next example, again, we want to start by distributing and combining like terms. So on the left, I'm going to distribute this negative 4. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. Bring down my inequality symbol, my greater than or equal to sign, and distribute on the right-hand side as well. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And we want to get all the x's to one side. To make it a little easier, not deal with negative numbers, I'm going to add 4x to both sides. Since I did not add or multiply or divide, by negative, my symbol stays the same. My 4x's are going to zero. I have 20 on the left-hand side. Add 6 plus 4 is 10x, and minus 10 there. Then this just becomes a two-step inequality to solve, so I'm going to add 10 to both sides, trying to get x by itself. 30 is greater than or equal to 10x. Those will zero. My last step is to divide. I'm dividing by a positive 10, which means my inequality symbol is going to stay the same. So 30 divided by 10 is 3. Is greater than or equal to x. Now, that is my answer. However, if you're trying to graph it on a number line, and let me just put a few numbers here, you need to read it backwards since the x is on the right hand side. So this actually says x is less than or equal to 3 because I'm reading it backwards. Or 3 is greater than x, which means x is all the numbers less than or equal to 3. So when I'm graphing this on the number line, I can be equal to 3, so it's a closed circle there. Again, we're reading it backwards. X is less than 3, which means x is going to be all the numbers less than 3. So I'm going to the left there. That would be how to graph that one on the number line. Just remember, when we are working with inequalities, we didn't see an example like this, but when you multiply or divide by a negative, your inequality symbol flips. Okay, so do not forget that. That's very important. Thank you for watching, and for more math tutorials, please subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.